Welcome to the Public Safety Subcommittee. Today is December 3rd. This meeting is being recorded by Easthampton Media. We have Councilor Lynch and Councilor Derby here. We received today the minutes from September 3rd, August 8th, and November 12th. I will take a motion to accept it.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Pass. All three. I just give you guys, before we start, pick time. If anyone here wants to say something, it's not on the agenda, now it's time to say something.
I'm going to say something from the public. Reached out to the superintendent today, it's not on our agenda, around public safety with regards to the 2-hour delay versus canceling school. Her reply back to me today was more in regards of she was in contact with the police chief and the DPW director, and they gave her the thumbs up, even though the mountain road was still closed, that they felt that the buses could safely travel our streets, and there was concerns around the students, the walkers, and she, by making it not an unexcused absence and making it an excused absence, that the parents could make the decision to keep their kids home if they so choose. That she felt that some places, some people, some families might need a warm place for their kids to spend the day in the cold and everything else. So, we're going to look forward to seeing some of the other executions. She gave me the criteria on canceling school as well. I still haven't had a chance to review that, but I believe you guys were on copy to the communications as well as the mayor and the chief of police. So I wanted to publicly say that, we were in communication, being the safety subcommittee, felt that we needed to, at least question, so we had some answers for any of the residents that might raise some concerns or questions.
Just want to be clear that we don't have the communication between you and her. I just checking my emails.
Oh, okay.
I just got the email that you sent to the school department, the letter from the committee.
And the rest of it you didn't get communicated back?
I didn't see it in my email.
Then
so
I'll forward it to you.
Yes,
the
please.
Response that she
because
gave me.
yes, because I think for a safety issue.
It gives us the criteria that she goes by, and if we need to throw it on our agenda and adjust it accordingly,
yes.
I think that it's an idea. So, because it's not an agenda item, we shouldn't really discuss it further, but I'll email it to you guys.
Yeah, I just want to be clear that we didn't, we didn't receive the emails. So that way, can you please send it to us and we can review it. And I agree with you, we have to add it to the agenda and make some change for the safety of the kids. Anything else? No? So for the new business, we have in front of us to the request to accept the Division Street extension. It's a public way. I have all the documentation. I give it to you guys, to you councilors, and the only thing that I didn't have yet is the answer from the city solicitor. We send it to him to see check the deed to see if everything's signed correctly and everything, and I didn't have the response of him yet. Okay. We have a letter from DPW. We have a letter from the city engineers saying that they checked everything and everything's okay. We have everything. We're still waiting for it. If you guys, if you councils want to say something about it or have any requests that I can add and ask to them, but I really checked everything. I think we have everything. But I just want to wait for the city solicitor to check everything and then move forward after we get that.
My only concern or question or confusion on it, I guess, is looking at the map and I don't read these things professionally, I guess, but Is it the whole street, or is it just like a section of it? Because it doesn't seem. Did I have it in color on the other?
What I understand is this part of the street. I have the map and everything here. Excuse me.
No, I guess I have a question too. Do we know if this is both sides? Are we accepting both sides? Or are we
The
doing
street?
each side separately?
Because it's split.
Because it's
too,
split.
by strong.
Or, I mean, I guess it makes sense to do both sides as long as that's, they look at both sides.
So that's what it was. I had a highlighted copy, and
This
it
one?
just shows, yeah,
Yeah.
and it just shows a little section there. That's not the whole street. So are we just accepting that parcel A, 3,000 square feet? That's how I'm reading that. If you want to take a look and see that's what was handed at our regular meeting packets. And nothing, like it's saying that there's acceptance of.
Yes, it's just
Division Street.
it's just this part right there.
Just that part.
Yes, because it's the extension.
Oh, extension, right.
So it's an
It's just
extension
the
of the
extension,
existing
yes.
street.
That's what we're accepting, the
Okay, that's what I
extension
just wanted to make
of the
sure.
public way. So this part is already accepted.
Yep.
I'm sorry, sure. That way,
I have it,
that way you
I
can
have
see
it, I have it up.
So this already is accepted.
Yeah.
What we're gonna accept is just that part. Because it's the extension of the street.
Yep.
You can.
Yep.
So that answer your question?
Yep. So, did the city attorney give you any idea on when that was gonna be ready? And,
No, we sent that last one, 2 weeks ago.
Sorry.
And we're still waiting for it.
I mean,
And I know we have a lot of stuff, like the ordinance.
and there was a holiday.
There's the holidays, all that stuff. That's the reason we didn't have any answer yet. Besides that, like I said, it's just an extension. All the documentations are here from their lawyer. That is the same lawyer the last time.
Yeah, Amanda. Yep.
Amanda? Yeah, it's the same one. And the engineers, they check everything, and they say everything is good. We're still waiting just for the.
In the street, I mean, it's like, when we accepted Button Way, I regret the fact that we didn't call them on the width of the street at the time, you know? So, but this one looks
Yeah.
straight, it's easy.
Good,
It's
straight.
an
yeah.
existing street, so.
It's an existing, just like, yeah.
And they're continuing it for just another parcel.
Yep.
So I have a question for the counselor here. Do we have to do public hearings? Right?
For street acceptance, I think we do.
I think we do, but we should wait until we have the.
Wait until we have the lawyers.
The lawyers.
Yep.
And then we
Then we
set
can
up,
set the public.
we go to the board of
These-
council and set up the date, right?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. And you say this is what? You're gonna say something I interrupted.
No, no.
Sorry.
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right, we're gonna wait for the city solicitor to send us that, and then we're gonna move on. Okay, the continuous businesses. I want to start with the Main and South Street intersection.
Yeah. So there's flashing lights there now.
Yeah, the flashing lights are there.
Yep.
And when I sworn in, I think 2 of the meetings we were talking about it when Dan Kerry was the chairman, and then we removed it from the
Yep.
agenda
Yeah.
because the study came and nothing, basically the they're gonna do something with it.
Right, and they were finishing up the paving.
To finish it with the paving,
So-
and the state,
And they did the new curb cuts at the
yeah,
variety store. You know, and I think one of the short-term things that we can probably, and it's not gonna be until the spring, but like the painting.
okay,
So if we can, I think, you know, one of the things, I think I might have mentioned this last time,
You did.
is that area between those curb cuts
yeah.
should have some sort of marking, like, so people don't pull,
Mhm.
park in those curb cuts. So they're like, so if there's one curb cut here, one curb cut here, people are parking in between those, so they're blocking the view of the road again.
So, because you mentioned,
The Pioneer Valley Commission
Yep.
report that had suggested we do the word
Stop on
the
either
road.
side.
Right, and we obviously can't do that now until the springtime, but.
and that's where I'm going, because it's gonna be in spring, and
Yeah.
we're not even in winter yet.
Right.
Winter is starting
No, it's the
December
fall.
21st. So we should keep it on the agenda, or we
Yeah, no,
better
keep it on the
keep it on the agenda?
Yeah, because I think we need to, there's gonna be some fact finding. that,
Okay, I
you
just,
know.
because it's gonna be in,
Yeah, like for
Spring.
example, looking at potential for some sort of mitigation of the traffic coming in and out of town. And, you know, and what I mean is like the speed, as we are talking about speed in specific areas. Yeah.
intersection.
So, and the cars coming from Southampton are generally traveling at a pretty high rate of speed.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Because it comes.
Yes, and I'm glad that you mentioned that, because one of the things that we have in the agenda is the speeding concerns.
Right.
And I had a meeting with the police chief of Birdie, and he's gonna contact all the cities to see what is working there.
Okay.
And I know you.
Yeah, I emailed the
You emailed the DPW.
I haven't heard back.
Didn't hear back. So, but
I'm
but
sure I
again,
will.
you are doing that, and the police
Yeah.
chief is doing it with a few cities, not
Yeah.
just Northampton, to find out what is working, because in Northampton they do a few things. In Northampton Street, if you after getting out of Easthampton, now they have a sign
that
with the
flashes
speed, they're
at you.
flashing and everything, and I just want to know if that's working, or at least it's helping something. But that's what we are now.
Yep, and I know
we're-
some cities have those. Northampton doesn't have one, but they have the same sign, but if you go over a certain number of miles.
Oh, they say please
it's
slow.
It's red and blue flashing. Like makes it hard, yeah.
Huh. And I know, I think there was,
Yes,
I think,
Yeah.
but I know in Northampton, I think I saw one of them, if you go really fast, they said please slow down.
Please slow
something
down,
like that.
yeah.
I think I saw that in Northampton.
Yep.
But again, in conjunction with those two issues that we have in our agenda, South and Main and the speeding of the city, I
Yeah.
think we can work that together.
Right, I think they will be together because there's gonna, before we are gonna have the ability to do a large scale fixing of that intersection, whether it's lights, whether it's roundabout, whether like, we're gonna probably need to have some other, maybe a sign that says, like, no passing on the right, like make it against the rules to pass on the right there, that's one of the big problems.
By the way, that's the law. But
Yeah, well, enforced.
yeah.
And have
yeah.
like a yellow line
Yes.
painted into the road where.
But I
like-
agree with you. Maybe that sign will do
So,
something.
anyway, I think there's some things we can brainstorm, I think it's worth keeping
Yeah. And what I'm gonna do is that I hope for the next meeting we have any answer from Northampton,
Yeah.
and we'll get some answer from Chief O'Brady. I'm gonna invite him to be at the next meeting with us,
Okay.
so that way he can explain to us what all the cities are doing, and maybe we can implement it here. So to reduce the speeding most of our streets, and it's gonna help with the intersection of South and Main.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, I'm getting sick.
Uh,
I know, it is, especially where I go to. So with the pedestrian safety review, we have an ordinance that Councilor Lynch brought to us that we're gonna have a public hearing tomorrow. We send it to police chief too, to review it and see if they need to make any change or anything. We have it in front of us, and I'm gonna let Councilor Lynch to give us an update.
So the update is really, we reworded that first paragraph to make it actually not sound like a law that can be, hello? That could be understood by any common person.
Yeah, sure.
And then we resubmitted it to the chief for final approval. And one thing he did is he asked that we struck the Department of the State Police, and then in consultation with the Department of the State Police if deemed appropriate. And the only reason he asked is it kind of made it they do all the investigations internally already.
Right.
There's no need for state police involvement, and this would kind of put that gray area where we feel like any pedestrian incident needs state police involvement. He also then followed it by saying that if it's if there's a death involved, then the state police automatically get involved because of the death. He's like, so he doesn't need state police involvement for an incident, correct, in a local ordinance or any incident that doesn't result in death. So he says death automatically involves state police, so just take it out because it's already part of that procedure if a death is involved. So we just struck that, and I updated it. I emailed it to you guys with that line struck, and that was sent over earlier today. And we'll have to submit that one to Barbara if we are okay with the verbiage today for tomorrow.
And something that he sent, he include you. I don't know why he didn't include you. But he include you.
Because it was the stuff that I was talking about during my campaigning.
It's about the fines.
Yep.
And he said the only thing that would be worth mentioning is that all our fines from the city ordinance are 50,
Right.
or speed is for 100, and this one is 150.
So that was part of the conversation and part of the things that we were talking about, generating funds and actually looking, like that was one of the things I was saying when I was campaigning, is looking at all the ones because they're all $50. It's a blanket ordinance, like every fine's $50. Like up them to be comparable to what the state violation is. And then I was talking to him as well. I think we're gonna throw another one in there about people dodging the barricade going up the mountain. It's a $20 fine, and people are just paying the $20. Go up the mountain if they get caught. If you get caught, but you're putting.
Oh, really? Like when it's closed?
When it's closed, like the last 2 days.
And yes, and I saw a bunch of posts on Facebook like people were doing it.
Passing the barricade, moving the barricade to go up. So it's only a $20 violation at this point.
That's another
And you're putting
enforcing.
correct, and you're putting your lives and DPW's and the police and fire's lives in jeopardy by going up that untreated road. So
yeah, I'm okay with 150.
Yeah,
so,
I am too.
So that's gonna be.
I just want to mention it because he just mentioned it.
I think it's his concern is that we're jumping out of the realm of the normal $50 fees.
Yeah.
But my goal as a
So
counselor is to update
the
that.
Yeah.
So I said that to him.
It's 125 for riding a motorized vehicle on the bike path.
Right.
Yeah. So
So
150.
it's not.
we need to update.
It's not unheard of. You know, like
And again,
People would just rather pay the $20 and say, see you later, I can do what I want.
and again, it is 150,
Yeah.
and
Huge.
it's really easy to avoid it.
Yeah.
Just let the pedestrian
Stop for the
stop
pedestrian.
for the
Yeah.
pedestrian.
And the state violation is 200, so,
Yeah.
you know, we did less so that there was incentive and they could have that good public relations with the
I
community.
feel like on those signs in the middle of the road it says fine $100 on those.
Do they still have those signs? They say 100.
I feel like they used to at least.
Yeah.
They
Maybe they
used
updated
to,
it.
but I don't know.
Well,
Well,
if
anyway,
this
it
gets
doesn't
approved,
matter.
we'd have to
They have to
update it,
remove,
you know?
Yeah.
I'm okay with 150.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Me too.
Okay,
So-
yeah, this is part of the. Do you want me to send it to Barbara, or you can send it, or
Whatever you
the latest version?
I think I might have put her on
we can
copy.
add, so she can have it for tomorrow.
Do we need to re-vote on it or anything?
No, because I guess
I mean,
We
it's a non-material change.
yeah.
Okay.
It's just
And at the package, I'll give you the letter that I received from the Public Safety
Saw
Committee,
that. DPW.
BPW, the DPW, the letter we sent, this is the response that we have. The response is the Board of Public Works is in receipt of your letter relating to traffic concern and Clark Street. The board will review the letter and respond. Should you have any additional questions, please contact me and I'll move forward those concerns to them.
Is that the hose concern?
No, I think those concerns.
Those concerns, yeah.
No host concerns.
Yeah.
So that's the letter that I received from the BPW.
Perfect.
Just that way you can have it in your,
Concerns.
yeah, the host concerns. What else we have? We have,
The stuff that wasn't submitted?
we're still waiting for the parking. Yeah, the stuff that all been submitted. We're still waiting for the ordinance to work with the ordinance about it. So that's what we're gonna, it can be tabled until ordinance committee finish with that one, so that way.
Which one's that, the quadricycle?
The quadricycle, yeah. And the
Outdoor events.
outdoor events, we're still working on the language.
Yeah.
So that way, and the language is coming from the police department, so that way we can hit everything and the concerns that we had before about those events,
Equity.
equity and everything, yeah. Besides that, I don't think we have anything else in the agenda that we cannot discuss tonight.
Yeah.
Next meeting should be, it's going to
January.
be January 7. Six PM. Anything else that you guys want to add that is in the agenda?
No.
So,
I'm gonna head
no?
down to, when we adjourn, I'm gonna go see what they're doing with committee or
Yeah.
rearrangement.
I will take a motion to adjourn.
Motion, so moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.